It has finally happened. Dwarven Mines has been added to the game. I've been playing Dwarven Mines a lot and I've playtested it a lot. It's a great dungeon. I have found some strategies, so I'm going to share it with you. I would also like to mention Hammer is going to be reworked in the same update, but I haven't really messed around with Hammer, so I don't know what's really good. There could be some really cool like strats with Hammer. I have no idea. But in this video, I'm going to be using Scimitar and Tomahawk. Tomahawk to buff the damage and Scimitar to deal the damage. In this dungeon, there are multiple keys, but the key to get inside of the dungeon is just a lockpick, so you can make it or you can buy it from a merchant. Before we get to the Flamekeeper fight, you should try to clear out all these dwarves here because they can interfere with the fight. The skills I would use for this fight are on screen. I would use Berserk for the damage increase, but you will take more damage in return. Hamstring and Eviscerate for the damage, and Whirlwind for like multiple enemies and for turrets. The armors I recommend are Dragonscale and Brimstone. Dragonscale is really good for solo because of the stealth and the crit. Brimstone is more towards like a group play. Like you have multiple players, you can all go in Brimstone. You can kind of clear it out pretty fast. There's a lot of enemies in this room, so before you start the fight with Flamekeeper, you want to shoot the Iron Dwarfs and then shoot the Dwarfs. Bring them out of the room without aggroing Flamekeeper. Because if you have Dragonscale or like a crit armor, you'll have a lot of stealth, so you can go unnoticed by Flamekeeper. And you can pick off the enemies, so you just single out Flamekeeper. After you've done that, you want to take out these two dwarves here. You can shoot them one by one. Then next, there are two dwarfs behind Flamekeeper. These guys use a bow, so be warned. After you've taken them out, shoot Flamekeeper and bring him to the spot where I am at. This spot is kind of safe. When Flamekeeper spawns his turrets, they should all spawn real close to you so you can Whirlwind and then take them all out. Sometimes turrets can spawn behind the rock, which is fine, just don't expose yourself to the turret because you will get deleted. Flamekeeper has 4 attacks. He has a melee attack, which is very strong. You can hit him once or twice while he's charging his melee attack. Then he has a shockwave attack, which you should just jump over. You can hit him in this phase too. After you've killed Flamekeeper, open this door and make your way down to this little parkour area. There's a couple of ways you can go about this. I'll show off the 2 ways that I know because I think they're like the fastest. You can go through the middle here, but the turrets can aggro on you and they will burn you alive. So either do it in Dragonscale or you can go to the left and quick draw off the platform. Next fight is the Iron Golem. It can be hard at first, but once you understand how the fight works, it's a lot simpler. I'll of course go over his attacks and what you can do to kind of like manipulate the Iron Golem. The skills I would use for this fight, I would use Sunder, because Iron Golem has a lot of defense. It will get through its defense. Heavy Sweep, just for pure damage. And the Post for blocking his attacks. The armor I would use Brimstone, but other Calcum works as well. In this first part, I will keep my distance, so he only fire spins. The Golem will do 1 to 3 fast spins. You can parry those and you can roll them. And then when he does a slow spin, you have to jump it. You can't roll it, you can't parry it. The missiles won't hit you unless you're far away from the Golem. You can also fight him this way. Hit twice and then parry his attack. But I wouldn't really do this or recommend it because it'll eventually break your poise and you will get launched back and it deals damage. Stand closer to the Iron Golem and then he will start to melee like this. But if you're somewhat further away, he will do his fire spins. After Iron Golem, you will fight Snaretongue. This is either the easiest boss or the hardest boss. There may be other ways to kill Snaretongue pretty fast, but I'm going to use the same moveset as I used for Iron Golem, which is Sunder, Heavy Sweep, and Riposte. And I will be using Grindstone armor. First, shoot a fireball at the wall to bring Snaretongue into the water. Snaretongue is kind of easy to fight in the water because he doesn't have insane knockback and you don't have to worry about his shockwave attack. This fight is just hit once and parry, and take your time. If Snaretongue uses one of his range attacks, like his beam attack, get close to Snaretongue as soon as you can. Snaretongue will drop a Forge key, which is used to open the door to fight Forgemaster. Though there is one more Snaretongue you have to kill. And honestly, I think this is the hardest boss in the dungeon, because if Snaretongue hits you, you will get pushed back into the wall, which will make Snaretongue either use its beam attack, which will do a lot of damage, or it will heal to full HP. Once you made it to this door, you want to head back down to the Parkour room. So you have to go through Flamekeeper's room, down this hallway. And then you're going to want to go to this door over here. This is the Forgemaster door, which you're going to use the Forge key to unlock. And now we can get started on Forgemaster. Forgemaster is the final boss of this dungeon with 10,000 HP. It does take a long time to kill it solo, even with a group it can take a while. So bring a Scepter. The skills I would use for this fight: Berserk for the movement speed, the attack speed and the damage increase, Hamstring and Eviscerate for the damage, and Whirlwind for the summons. The armor I'd use kind of depends on how good you are at the fight. If you don't get hit, I would recommend Sunsilk or Dragon Scale, or a mix of the both. If you get hit sometimes, you should probably try Grindstone instead. Forgemaster has multiple attacks. His two main attacks is a Shockwave, which you have to jump over. It has a long build-up duration, so you can get a lot of hits in while he's building up his attack. His second attack is his melee attack. You can only hit him like once or twice, and then you have to roll. His third attack is a Flamethrower. This is kind of insane. You have to get close to Forgemaster and roll. You can't quick draw away from it, you can't get out of it. It's kind of aimbotting. His fourth attack is a Bomb attack. It's hard to tell when he's going to throw his bombs, so you kind of have to get a good timing for it. His fifth attack places lava around the arena, so you have to stay close. Always try to stay close to Forgemaster. When he spawns his summons, walk around Forgemaster and keep your distance from the summons while using Whirlwind. Try to get close to the summons without getting hit while using Whirlwind to kill the summons. You kind of have to multitask the summons and Forgemaster at the same time. Always keep Forgemaster as your main priority. Always keep an eye out on what he's going to do. If you can kill the first wave of summons, you can probably solo Forgemaster. It will just take a long time and a lot of practice. So good luck, and I hope this video helps you. If this video did help you, you can help me out and leave a like and a subscribe. Thank you for watching the best Dwarven Mines guide.